I'm thrilled to introduce Dr. Jeremy Nobel to the stage with me. Dr. Nobel is the founder and president of the Foundation for Art and Healing, a faculty member at Harvard's Medical School for the Center for Primary Care, and a lecturer for the Department of Global Health and Social Medicine. As a medical doctor, public health practitioner, and innovator, Dr. Nobel implements and evaluates healthcare management, digital therapeutic, and patient and consumer systems. Almost 2 decades ago, Dr. Nobel created the Foundation for Art and Healing, and with the Unlonely Project in 2016. The Unlonely Project, if you're not familiar, was created to address the loneliness crisis and use film as a vehicle to promote social connection. So we're just so thrilled to have you up here at Capitol Hill today, Dr. Nobel, and I'm honored to introduce you.
Thanks, Andrew, and I just wanted to thank the coalition for bringing this together, the foundation, the sponsors. It's really terrific, and it's an honor to be here. I'm also very aware, as a primary care physician, that we've been slogging away at this for about an hour and a half. So, if you need to kind of get up, take a break, that's great. I'm only going to spend a couple of minutes, though, trying to reinforce what I hope some of you are feeling after seeing that short film clip. There are a lot of ways you could approach loneliness. I actually teach a course at Harvard called Loneliness in Public Health. And we try to, kind of unpack it, and very similar to what the questions for Dr. Murthy, kind of how do we understand the risk factors for loneliness, and how do we intervene at a policy level and community level. But what I realized early on is we weren't going to be successful at teaching this course unless people understood what loneliness felt like really prolonged loneliness, despairing-oriented loneliness. Now, it's tricky because all of us experience loneliness at some point or another. So we're not going to get away from loneliness, but we do have an opportunity to learn how to navigate it. And one of the most powerful ways to learn to navigate it is to see and understand the stories of other people who are going through loneliness experiences. And so All the Lonely People is actually filled with those stories, and I encourage all of you to find a time to watch it in its full length. I'll also take this chance to plug Project Unlonely's Unlonely Film Festival. So we just launched our 6th season of 35 short films you can stream at no cost online. So you go to unlonelyfilms.org. And if any of our staff are watching, please put it in the chat. Unlonelyfilms.org. And what each of these films does is it tells a very particular kind of story around loneliness. And they're all types of films. They're animations, they're documentaries, they're narrative films. But what makes them unique is they really embrace the power of the arts to do 4 things. And while we do film at Project Unlonely at the Foundation for Art and Healing, we do other art forms too. But film is unique in its ability to get right to your heart. And it does that because of this combination of not just visual image and music and dialogue, but also the intensity of human experience that you feel in a film. And so come to our Unlonely Films, watch these short films. If you enjoy them, here's what we suggest. Find a group of people to watch them with and have a conversation. If we had a different kind of seating and more time, I guarantee you we could have remarkable conversations after just watching the film clips we saw from all the Unlonely people. You would say, how could that person have tolerated this discomfort? I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wonder how they did. It's inspirational. So these films not only engage your attention, they inspire you. A very special kind of motivation that lets you get bigger than you think you can in achieving and solving world problems. And then it does something else really important. It empowers you. So not only do you have the vision, the inspiration, you actually believe you can do it. And you get going. And so when we screen some of our short films in community centers, in acute care health settings, so we have a film screening project with Northwell Health, 75,000 acute care healthcare workers, and they watch these films and they have empowered conversations. You can have it in places of worship, you can have it anywhere in the workplace and so on. So that's the empowerment. But the last thing, and I hope you're feeling it even watching those films, is it connects us. It connects us to the bigger human experience that we can't escape even if we wanted to. And so it comes back to navigation. So, that's what we're up to in using the power of the arts to get people to engage with loneliness in a way that we don't feel at risk of being defeated by it, but in a way, as Dr. Murphy said, take it as a signal, like thirst. Be curious about it. What is my loneliness pointing me towards? Maybe there's another way I want to relate to my partner. Maybe there's another way I want to relate to my community, my kids. And then explore that. We find the arts are very helpful for that too. To, kind of interrogate your feelings using drawing, using poetry, using music, using movement, even culinary arts, gardening, what one of my friends calls the world's slowest performance art. So, and the last thing I'll say with Project Unlonely is we have 3 goals and it's going great. So first is to increase awareness about loneliness and its toxicity. And that's why we're delighted to participate in events like this and to be a coalition member. The second is to reduce the stigma that still surrounds loneliness. There's a little bit of graceful window about loneliness right now because of the pandemic, because people can say they're lonely because in a way they're all facing the common enemy of the pandemic. So it unites us. So I hope that when the urgency of the pandemic moves into the rearview mirror, we remember that it's okay to say I'm lonely. So that's the second thing we do. And the arts are powerful for normalizing the experience of loneliness, as you saw in this short set of clips. The third thing we do is we develop and promote and distribute programs that can be delivered in a wide variety of community-based organizations. So we don't deliver them. We kind of organize them in the design phase so we can evaluate them, make them evidence-based and so forth. But then they're delivered in YMCAs, in community centers, in healthcare environments, in workplaces, in faith-based groups. And so fundamental to our model is that kind of partnership. So if any of you are thinking about working loneliness and kind of come to our site, artandhealing.org, if this kind of collaboration is of interest, reach out. We'd love to hear from you, we'd love to partner. Because we're not going to get through loneliness on our own. It's kind of a paradox, but it's true. We are in it together. And so we're very honored to have had wonderful partnerships along the way. I know I can't name all of them, it's too long a list, but a special shout out to AARP Foundation, that from the very beginning supported our work. Interim president now of the Foundation for Art and Healing shortly. But I want to invite all of you, in the spirit of the arts, to think about how to engage, be inspired by sometimes even your own discomfort around loneliness. Learn how to tell and navigate your own story and share it with others. That's when the connection happens. So thanks again, Andrew. It's a pleasure to be here and it's a wonderful event. It's great to be having it in person.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.